Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How goes the battle today? I'm going to wait for you to grab your coffee, and then let's connect on this Tuesday morning. It's the fun waiting game. It's so freaking cold. So definitely grab a warm beverage, and we will get underway shortly. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I should turn off my phone so I don't hear all the stuff. I'm not sure why I'm singing like that. I'm having a hard time stalling for you today. As you join our coffee this morning, please say hello in the comments. Looking forward to connecting with you today. Looking forward to never leaving the house again. I suppose the cold weather is super helpful for, the lockdown thing. I don't know. Morning, Kath. Morning, Tara. Morning, other Tara. Oh, thank you again for the pick-me-up yesterday. That was lovely. I was going to show people it today, but I left it over in the window on the other side of the room. Good morning, Meladine. Oh, welcome to Virtual Coffee Club, a place of connection, a place of community, a place for us to check in every morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time and share a coffee together. It's my excuse to have a second cup I don't have to drink by myself. So that's always fun. Thank you for being a part of it. How's your Tuesday going? For those of us who are living in what they're calling the polar vortex, it's freaking cold. It's gross. And so I tweeted out this morning, remember when we were having that mild winter? And you know who we have to blame for this? The groundhog. We were having this beautiful, mild, easygoing winter where we could still go hiking and we could go outside and our face wouldn't freeze in a matter of seconds and our kids could still ride the bus, and we were having this great mild winter. Then that little rodent decided to come on out, or in Alberta's case, the man in the rodent costume. Still don't understand that. Decided to come out and see his shadow and declare 6 more weeks of winter. And boom, you guys, the next day it snowed. Are you with me on this? Are we turning against the groundhog? Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Liz. That's what I think. That's what I think right there, because we were having this beautiful mild winter. I mean, I guess if you want to be logical, if you want to be one of those people, they're few and far between these days. It was probably going to happen regardless in February for us. February is a cold month. However, I'm kind of like, let's throw logic to the wind, shall we? People are doing it all over the place, so we can too. And we will 100% blame the groundhog for this polar vortex. I don't know who he pissed off, if he's in a fight with Mother Earth, but there you have it. That's what's on my mind today. So as you can see, it's an extremely intellectual day where we are just going to tackle the issues of the world. Just like that. No, Wednesdays is when we tackle the issues of the world. Am I right? That's tomorrow. Hi, Heather. So yeah, for those of you who don't live in the polar vortex areas, I hope you're having a better day than us. If you know, he's been a part of our virtual coffee club before. He was even one of our Fun Friday guests. Brett McCarthy, who is an Alberta country music artist who resides in Mazatlan, Mexico. I've been trying to convince Brent to do a house swap for a couple months. He was posting that he was missing his family here in Alberta. And I thought, you know what? I have the solution for you. It's a win-win for both of us. You come see your family. I will go take care of business in Mazatlan, and it'll be perfect. And we can stay like a couple of months. So I'm thinking that would help with these absurdly crazy travel things that are going on. And I'm not saying I don't disagree with cracking down on it if it's really an issue. Good morning, April. But some of the horror stories you're starting to read. Maybe we could save that tomorrow for our WTF Wednesday, but just saying. So that's what I think about that today. Hey, I don't normally do birthday greetings, but I could. I mean, coffee club could be anything. But I've been like shouting out all over my socials today that there is a country music artist from Olds named Dustin Farr. And it's his birthday today. And I'm extremely grateful for Dustin because he has a passion for Alberta like I do. And he created this really cool song called We Are Alberta. And I approached him about having that as a theme song for a series that I'm doing on my podcast called Amazing Albertans. And he was like, sure, Jode, of course, appreciate the exposure. And just like that. So I like to give extra shout outs to people who are generous and kind like Dustin. So help me wish Dustin a very happy birthday today. And I'm so appreciative that his theme song or his song has become the theme song of the Amazing Alberta series on the Jody Seeley podcast. Pretty cool. I feel pretty excited about that. What else is on your mind on this Tuesday morning? Besides, I think we have a pretty good Alberta contingent watching today. Are we talking about anything other than the cold weather? What else is on your mind? You guys, I ate in a restaurant last night. Wild, right? Not did we ever think this would be the biggest news to hit our world, but I put on jeans, like real jeans, and I went a little saucy and added earrings, and I went out and ate in a restaurant last night. It was amazing. You know, what was really cool outside of the experience of that, just for those of us who haven't been able to, if you're in BC or Saskatchewan, you've always had this luxury. The little things we take for granted. But what was really, really cool about being in that restaurant last night was how excited Mike, the owner, was to see us there and to connect with people and to have his business fully open again. Right? If you think about the toll, I mean, it sucked that we didn't get to go out to a restaurant. We could still order in. But think about the owners of the businesses that have had this back and forth of closure. Like the fact that he was not absolutely crazy by this point is beautiful, right? So that to me was the coolest part, was just that we could go in and be like, thanks for having your business in our community. Thank you for persevering the ups and downs of this pandemic and still providing eating options. And I can just only imagine how crazy that must be for whatever business that has had to open, close, open, close. But I think that was the highlight for me of eating in that restaurant last night, was the fact that I could see the owner, say thank you, say hello, order a meal. Somebody takes it away for you and you go home. It was pretty cool. So continue to give those love to our local restaurants and such. Good morning, Jenny. Welcome. So that's what's on my mind today. That was like the big excitement. I have nothing planned for the rest of the week. In fact, I probably won't leave the house again because it's so cold. Although that's always when you run out of groceries, isn't it? When it's so cold. However, the highlight of my week is over. What's yours? What do you have planned? What's going on in your world? Give me something. What's on your mind today? Because I could just talk all about my meal last night. As I said, it was the highlight of my week. It's kind of fun. Tara says, we're going out for dinner on Sunday. Can't wait. Yeah, and talking to Mike yesterday, he was saying that I think his Sunday and Saturday are fully booked. So if you're looking to have a Valentine's dinner out, get on the horn. Brent, I know you don't want to hear from me today. House swap, no visit. Yes. See, I already talked about that at the top, Brent, that I feel like I've found the solution for both of us. You can come here and see your family, and I will take care of business in Mazatlan. I can't perform for you, but I could play your CD while you're gone and rally the troops in the crowd. Like, I got this. I'll just take care of biz in Mazatlan. You can come here. I have a garage. Like, you wouldn't have to park your vehicle outside. Come on. Come on. Ooh, there's Tara with the big questions. What do you think of the changes to the coal policy? Well, to be honest with you, Tara, I don't know if I haven't read the coal policy and what that looks like. What I do appreciate with this procedure is that people are speaking up, citizens are speaking up for what they believe in, what they want to protect, what they want to do. It appears that government is listening to that feedback. How that actually plays out in the end is it'll be interesting to see. It's an interesting, I don't know. I have an interesting feel on it in really that has nothing to do with coal or the policy, but just the interesting stance that sort of local municipalities have taken on this process. And I appreciate when the local municipalities stand up for something they believe in their backyard, and they're rallying the troops together, and they're doing this kind of stuff, and they're creating this force. And it's a very important issue. And I don't get me wrong when I say this, it's a very important issue collectively for us as Albertans. When was the last time, and you can speak from whatever community you're in, when was the last time your local municipality has stepped up and really fought for something like that? Like, not very often do municipalities get the opportunity to do advocacy on this level, which is kind of cool and kind of fun. But I would like to have seen this kind of passion coming from local municipalities for things in their community. And I don't want to slag, because I appreciate those who step into those roles, but I wonder where some of that passion has been for the last while with some of those municipalities, if I can say that. Kelly says, we are going to support, I can never say their name, Bouchard's Butcher Shop. Yeah, this butcher shop in High River is fantastic. I will give you that. Tara, I will agree with this statement somewhat in this particular incident. But that's all I'm going to say about that today. What else is on your mind? What else is going on? What do you think of the changes to the coal policy if you're following that story in Alberta? I do appreciate that it shows when people stand together for a common cause and believe in something, there's power to that. And I hope people will remember that and be a part of that and educate themselves on that. And I have much more education to do for myself on this particular policy and on this, but I think it's a step in the right direction, 100%. There is still much battle ahead of having a super big win there, but it sure is better than getting the finger, right? So it's promising. And I hope, what I love and what I appreciate from that is just that people rally together to come to a common place, right? And there's been people creating decals and raising money and helping to continue to raise money for the landowners, for the legal battles, and all of the stuff that is happening with that is pretty freaking fantastic. So way to go, everybody who has been super passionate. And if you're like, what's this coal thing? I hope you will take a moment to read up a little bit on it. I have some more of that reading to do myself, as I said, but yeah. It's interesting. It's very interesting, the whole process. I think I don't know if it's coincidence, if it's true passion, but I find it also intriguing that there's been a real rally around this kind of thing in an election year. There, I said it. Tara, we do have voices. We need to keep using them. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I think what's nice about that is there's been really great opportunity for people to work with their elected officials through this process, right? It's easy to get really angry and upset and mean about it, but there's a really great opportunity. It shows that there is cool opportunity in rallying with your elected official. And I saw an interesting, I'll see if I can find it here to read it to you. But I think it falls into this process. It falls into the pandemic process. There was a great tweet from the mayor of Nanton that I really loved. And she said, Jennifer Handley, who is fantastic, said, there's no playbook for how to govern during a pandemic. This I know too well. There are, however, fundamentals to governance that will assist you on an average day and throughout difficult times. Those fundamentals begin with communication, consultation, and consistency, right? If that's the level that all levels of government followed in all protocols, all scenarios, all issues, all things, wouldn't that be fantastic, right? As Scott shares, we can't let up. No, you can't. And that's the thing, is that when you get a win or when you get a step in the right direction, that's when you have to step on the gas, right? So it's really, really cool. Darlene says, preserving natural resources is important for us and our future generations. 100% it is, right? So it's taking that opportunity to educate yourself even more. And there's a great group on Facebook that's been sharing a ton of information about it that I think it's called Protecting Rockies or something like that. If you Google that if you're on Facebook, there's lots of great opportunities to educate and get informed and get involved. And yeah, although maybe I spoke a little sideways about some of the pieces on it, I am 100% behind us coming to a solution for that. It's just, yeah, sometimes timing is really, I don't know, an interesting element to it all. And maybe that's designed by reason. Tara says, perhaps it's called Protecting Headwaters. Yeah, it's something. I'll find it and I'll tag it below this video so that if you want to jump into that group to find out some more information, you absolutely can. I invite you to do so. And yeah, just think about the things that we have learned from this past year. If we pull out lessons that we have taken from the pandemic, lessons that we have learned, things that we have easily taken for granted in our world, and how important nature has played and our natural resource has played in getting us through this last year, how integral those pieces are. When you think about that, it puts a lot of things into perspective. And it shows you the things that, okay, when it's time to fight for it, it's time to fight for it. And I hope that that will encourage people to do more of that and think more about that, especially in an election year. Darlene has shared the group. Thank you. So it's in the comments for you if you want to find out some more information. And yeah, thanks for that great question, Tara. Interesting times, my friends. Interesting times. Uh, what I love is that we can rally together and educate each other and bring each other up to speed on all kinds of things. That's pretty cool. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. For those in the freezing zones, stay warm. Brent, whatever. It's all good. We will see you back here tomorrow morning. So if you want to shout about what you think's happening with the coal policy, tomorrow is your opportunity to do so. We will be back with a WTF Wednesday. This is the one day where we get to complain a little bit, where we get to bitch a little bit, where we get to use our swear words if we want to, and we get some things off our chest. We're naming it to tame it tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We look forward to seeing you here. Have a great rest of your day, my friends.